Madison has a lot of great local restaurants, like the 605 Grill, owned by Tom and Sherry Miller.
We use local produce when possible. And the second is that we make everything from scratch.
Today, Sherry's invited us into her kitchen to show us how to make her crusty 18-hour bread.
Let's just start by putting the flour, the yeast, and salt into the bowl, and then stir until it's well blended. Then add some more water. When you're all finished, you want this dough to be really shaggy and sticky. Then cover your bowl with plastic wrap very loosely and just let it sit in a warm place for at least 12 hours and preferably 18 hours. You'll know when the dough's ready because the entire surface is going to be dotted with little tiny bubbles. And so I add about a quarter cup of flour at a time and just sprinkle it over and then fold the dough loosely over itself. Then after the dough is kind of holding together in a ball, just cover it loosely with plastic wrap and we're going to let it rest for about 15 minutes. What we're going to do is add a little more flour because we really want this to sort of resemble a ball of dough without actually having to knead it. So why don't you pour some in here? And then the cornmeal on the outside of the bread after it's risen is going to keep it from sticking to the pot. We're going to very carefully pick up the corners, lay 2 of them over end to end, and then pick up the other ones and tie just in a nice little single knot. This will hold the bread dough in that shape that we want it to rise in. And it's going to take about 2 hours for it to double in bulk. About 30 minutes before this dough is ready to go into the oven, you have to preheat the crock that you're going to cook it in, and also the lid.
Here we go.
When the dough's ready, you want to very carefully hold the towel over the hot pot and very gently slide the dough down into the pot. Most people think at this point the bread really looks like a mess, but that's really okay. That's what it's supposed to look like. And bake for 30 minutes. After about 30 minutes, remove the lid, and for the last 15 to 30 minutes, bake it uncovered. This is the step that allows the bread to beautifully brown.
For more information on the 605 Grill, check out their website at 605grill.com and look for this recipe on our website at savorindiana.com. For Savor Indiana, I'm Dean Wilson.